Hello, my name is Mariana and this is a reading for Aquarius. So Aquarius, I'm doing this reading as usual with my own deck. So the cards that you'll see are from this deck. And so we're beginning a new cycle for you, Aquarius, and for, all of the signs of the zodiac because I started with Aquarius. So it always feels refreshing when I get to your sign. So and from what I'm seeing here, this reading today talks about a special moment, like a conclusion of something that you have been working diligently and passionately. It's like there is some sort of emotional engagement with this thing that you're doing that you started off thinking that it would be easy in a way, and it turned out that it was not a mess, but it's like you didn't know exactly what you were doing in the beginning and you just kept on going, and something magically happens. I want to say like this, there's some sort of like the hand of destiny, the hand of fate that maybe have presented you or put in your way, in your path, some sort of guide or like a person to just to lead the way for you, or to show the way, or to show how things are done in this kind of project that you're involved in, this sense of accomplishment, which I feel like you are. It's like now it's the time to put in the last bit that is like connecting it all, right? And make it you, it's like reaching the end of this project and celebrating, yes, but seeing everything that you have built and all of the challenge that you had to go through to accomplish this. So we begin with this emperor, which today is giving me this image of the accomplishment. But more than being a character, right? It's symbolizing this sense of conclusion. So there are a few messages in this card alone because the circular shape is bringing the message of coming full circle, but actually being leaves, it's like an organic process that was woven, seed by seed or leaf by leaf in a very gentle kind of process. But what is the word for that? It's like you learned as you go. And I feel like this is something that came up in the last reading for Capricorn, maybe, or the one before, I can't remember properly, but I feel like there's something about learning with the practical side of it, with experimenting with it in a very organic, spontaneous kind of way. But there's also something coming through with these two ends of the circle connecting here. I already saw this beautiful image once with this card of a necklace being tied, right? And today for you, Aquarius, what I'm seeing is more than just a necklace, like a beautiful ornament. I'm seeing this image with this very cliche kind of moment in Christmas movies when Christmas time comes, and at least the ones that I've seen, every single movie there's this moment where the lights are turned on and the character in the movies, they hold the two plugs or the electrical cable just to it's that attaching moment that turns all of the lights on. And this is what I'm seeing here. It's like you get to do that final attachment, the final connection that completes or ends this cycle or this project. This achievement is finally lit, is finally seen, is finally made visible, and in a way that brings the beautiful ornamentation. It's like your contribution. It's more than just making something reach its end goal, right? It's like beautifying it in a sense, making it look more beautiful, more lit up, right? So this is the end in a sense, but now this next line, and actually the entire rest of this first part, is talking about how it started. So we have the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Swords. So this Page of Cups is talking about the moment that you thought about this moment, the moment you thought about this moment, the moment where you visualized this particular accomplishment, right? It's like if you could envision your house all decorated for Christmas. Let's use the example just because it's what I saw with the first card. So if you are already planning for what your house is going to look like in Christmas time, right? All of the decorations and the tree and the lights and the food and all of that. Your initial phase is one of heartfelt connection to it. It's like there is a little bit of naivety, but there is also a lot of love coming from it. So that is the reason why I'm saying the spontaneous accomplishment. It's because you're doing something maybe for the first time that, yes, you want it to be beautiful as this emperor high level quality or high level presentation, but you don't know exactly how to do it. It's like you will have to learn how to, weave all of these leaves together in order to make this wreath. Is that a word? It's looking like a Christmas wreath. Is that the word? I hope it is. But, it's like you can envision the result of the thing, of the project. But the way that you start so is like very innocently, like very like cherishing the project itself, cherishing everything that you'll have to do and how you'll have to discover a lot of things along the way. And because of this Wheel of Fortune in the center here, your sensation is not guided just by this innocent feeling of, let me try this for the first time and see how it goes. There's also this other very beautiful sensation that, it's something that you're meant to do. So you're doing it wholeheartedly. It's like your heart is in this, and it doesn't matter how long you will have to take to learn how to accomplish this quality of a result for whatever decoration you want to create or whatever project you want to make, right? So if it was that simple, it's not that simple, Aquarius. With the Wheel of Fortune, beyond, well, it's another circle, right? But you're envisioning this very simple kind of thread, right? It's like in your innocent mind, in your inexperienced mind, and your heart full of love to do this. It's like you imagine that it's going to be something that is meant for you, but it's also something that it's not going to be so tricky. And that's where this other circle of the Wheel of Fortune comes in, because it has the cross in the middle. What I heard with it was twists and turns. There are moments that you are not expecting where things are not going to be like a circular kind of shape. There's not like this evolution where things are going naturally, like as you thought they would, right? It's like, it's not that linear perhaps, even though we're talking about a circle, right? But it's like there are twists and turns along the way that are orchestrated and calculated for your highest good, that are also meant to be part of this process when you are starting out as this Page of Cups, very wholeheartedly doing so. that really mess up with you a little bit, I have to be frank. With the Seven of Swords coming next, what I'm seeing this, it's like, you know those cartoons where the characters are, you know, you know, they receive this punch or they fall down and they have a lot of stars around the head, you know, meaning or trying to convey this message of, you know, being very confused, right? And out of yourself. It's like you are out of balance in a sense. You lost your axis. So this is what the Seven of Swords is talking about. This is the twists and turns effect, right? This is how all of the things that you didn't see coming are affecting you and affecting your irrational process. It's like the way that you find logic, right, to establish this beginning, middle, and end process to how things would unfold. It's like it's going a little bit different than you imagined when you started. So although everything is part of the same plan, right, there are things that you didn't calculate but still were necessary or were orchestrated to your benefit, even though your reaction to it is like you lose track a little bit of like reason, or things stop making sense, right? It's like you don't really understand why you need to take those steps, and you're put in this, it's almost like you really do receive like this hit or this punch that feels like you are unprepared. It's like it becomes a little bit more obvious to you, Aquarius, that you are really inexperienced, and that by not having the knowledge or the experience or the information or the step-by-step guide, it's like you really are maybe, you know, running in circles in a sense, or thinking in circles, if that makes sense, because this is what I'm seeing here also. It's like you're thinking in a loop process that it's not going anywhere different, right? And so these twists and turns are almost like they are benefiting you to the point that they are trying to make you see how you are running in this loop process in your mind, right? It's like they are helping you see how you are doing things in the same way because you don't know better. And this is what the twists and turns like really come into your favor, because so we have this beautiful Queen of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. And this is gorgeous because I feel like this is the helping hand that the universe is placing in your path in front of you after you fall down feeling like you were defeated, right, by the process or by the lack of knowledge. It's like instead of not falling down completely, but like understanding that the way you're doing, it's not taking you further, or it's not teaching you anything else that you didn't really know before, right? It's like if you stay in this loop, you're not going to progress, basically. So, but by knowing that and accepting that and acknowledging that, that is when the wheel turns again and twists again your fate and presents you with this queen, which is the Queen of Inspiration. But actually this Queen of Wands is coming through more like giving you direction, giving you orientation. She is guiding you. She is giving you the step-by-step guide. Actually, this is what is coming through with the Two of Wands, right? The step-by-step. You know, to me, usually the twos are this beautiful symbol for the footprints or the steps, right? The footsteps that we leave once we begin something new, especially being the Wands, right? These two cards that are so inspirational. They are coming through with creativity, but in a way that is not passive. It's not aggressive in that sense. It's just active. It's like well, it's taking you from this loop, right? And it's showing you a way that it's so much more fascinating and enchanting and just it's like exciting, right? She is coming in your aid, really, to show you how to do it and to place you where you need to be to see progress. It's like this Five of Pentacles ending here. Remember, this Five of Pentacles, to me, if you've seen much of my readings, it's like, you know that this Five of Pentacles is usually this axe on a map, right? So, but who's drawing this axe? Actually, who's giving you the map and placing you in it and saying, look, start here and then do this and that and this and that, and you'll be fine. And it's exciting, and you'll have this starting point where this one shows you exactly what you have to do that is different from this loop that is really leading you nowhere, right? Or at least nowhere different than you already knew before, right? And this is the help that is coming from the universe, right? Destiny placing you like a kind of teacher or a mentor that is really inspiring to you, Aquarius. And it's showing you something that maybe from lack of knowledge or experience, you wouldn't have any other way to find this guidance, to find this map, to find this step-by-step process of doing this thing that you so want to accomplish, right? It's like you can see the end result, you can visualize it, but the way that you started out doing it, like your passion, your the love for it, it's like it's not enough because maybe your brain is not educated or wired to do something that you haven't, well, it's not that you cannot do something that you didn't do before. It's like you are experimenting, but your level of like the standard of quality that you want to achieve is really, really high. So to achieve this level of accomplishment, it's like you really are being helped and benefited by the arrival of this Queen of Wands, this teacher that is going to, it's like ignite your creation, ignite all of the heartfelt intention that you had in the beginning, but with direction and orientation, right? Placing you exactly where you need to be and where you need to start to see things progressing, right? So Aquarius, I'm going to pull more cards for you and see where this creation is going, where this orientation is going. And also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes. I know this is a new little bag that I sewed yesterday, so you cannot see, but hopefully, yeah. So yeah, in the extended, I'm going to pull from the astrological runes as a final guidance for you, Aquarius. So if you want to join me there, I'll be happy to see you. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.